Hi, and welcome to Cujo Sound. My name is Bjørn Jacobsen, and this is my Game Audio Talk series where I pick a game and discuss its audio features, mechanics, and whatever may be of interest in the game. We have quite a unique situation here as we now have a game that's been fully remade. I'm talking about The Last of Us for the PS5, and it's quite different from the original PS3 and PS4 Remaster version. A quick disclaimer here before we get started, this video contains spoilers about the game. Also, I haven't worked on this game, and I haven't talked to any of the devs who actually worked on this game. So what I hear and see and try to figure out how this game works is strictly my own view. I'm not trying to mock the game or find bugs or throw hate at the developers. No, I'm trying to find cool audio in the game and discuss why it is the way it is, how it might be set up, or how it could be set up, or why it sounds the way it does by looking at the aesthetics and its setup. In other words, all of this is just my opinion from my own experience. But let's get started. The Last of Us PS5 edition offers a brilliant remake of the original game. It's well done, it looks much better, lots of level design has changed, for the better I think. And on another note, the game is actually much easier to play than its predecessors. The footage you will see from here is me playing on hard mode, and that is really nothing compared to hard mode in the remaster in the original PS3 game, which I found pretty hard. I did want to make a full comparison of the three games, but I can't find my PS3 copy. I'm sorry. But as much as level design and a couple of game design and other things have changed, the audio also has definitely changed. I'm playing this game on seemingly the same settings, but I can't know if they work the same way. But let's assume they are at least close. I'm playing the game on a home theater, a 4.0 quad system with speakers, and I've set the dynamic range to wide. Because I live in a house and I don't have to bother the neighbors at 3 a.m. in the morning. This is to make sure we get the same kind of dynamic settings and setup between the two games that are up for comparison. The video clips, when recorded from both the PS4 and 5, they both get summed down to stereo. Sometimes meaning that what may be an unusual mix, occlusion, or positional effect behaving one way in surround doesn't mean it behaves the same way in stereo. Meaning that some examples of panning or spatial audio can't be tricky to tell in the stereo clips represented here. Now right off the bat, some things have changed. At the beginning of the game, I noticed that using a med kit is slightly different from before.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints. So much for the easy route. Patch yourself up, all right?
Much more satisfying to listen to and gives me the understanding of that you're actually using a med kit, and it's much better. Also, the volume has changed quite a bit, so in louder settings of the previous games, you can't hear it at all.
Nicely done, Texas.
Also, the visuals here are much better, but the sound of this moving shelf is also different. The more rough old PS4 Remaster versus the PS5, which has a much more smooth sound.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
I'll take it easy out there.
This doesn't mean that the PS4 version or the remaster is bad. It's just a question of wanting the game to sound more smooth and pleasing and fit the current mix of the PS5 version.
Oh, God, this place reeks. I need to watch me throw away down here.
Same goes for this scene where Tess and Joel are walking through the slums. The dogs barking and other things around us are much smoother in their sound. Not because they have different sounds, but because of the mix, they are much more light and puffy, if you could call it that. That allows for more clarity between each sound.
If you ain't got ration cards, don't even waste my time. I'm not interested in bartering for bullets.
Hurry up, we're starving.
Keep your shirt on. Next batch coming right up.
Hey, don't even think about cutting in line.
Fucking A. I'm waiting on this
If you ain't got ration cards, don't even waste my time. I'm not interested in bartering for bullets.
Also, the mix is a little bit lower on the PS5 version compared to the PS4 version, most likely because the PS5 conforms to a different LUFS standard than the PS4.
You touch it, you buy it.
Tess, it's been a while. You don't visit us anymore.
You touch it, you buy it.
Tess, it's been a while. You don't visit us anymore.
Another thing is Joel's locomotion sounds.
Outside the wall.
Or we could just let Robert go.
Cute.
His movement, and in particular his breathing. Not only is the breathing mixed louder and more present in the mix in the PS5 version, but also seems like there's a slightly different recording used. Makes it seem much more close and dangerous if you ask me. Some of the footsteps are also altered a little. I guess this isn't necessarily brand new footsteps recording, or if it is, then close to the originals. But the point is that the mix is dramatically different from the remastered original game.
How you want to handle it?
Guns and combat is also mixed differently. Not only do the guns sound smoother, but they are also slightly different than the remaster. They are much more clear and with much more variety than the previous games.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
Most likely
I'm
the
not
same
going
guns as
anywhere
used in The Last of
without
Us
Robert.
2, but just copied over to this version. This gun sound here is much more pleasing to the ears.
Fuck this.
Take cover! Take cover!
No!
Also, the ducking of other sounds when you fire your weapon seem much more aggressive in the PS5 version than in the PS4 and PS3 version.
That's our only way through! Now let's stay back! Stay back!
And the good old "you are in vision of an unaware enemy" woo noise is still there.
Target neutralized. She took out 2 of my men.
And that's in all 3 versions of the game.
You, take out the door.
This is a brilliant mechanic,
Cover me! I'm moving up!
and one that I quite often use as a reference when explaining to students how sound can be used directly as a game mechanic of warning of enemies, or in other ways explaining what lies ahead.
I meant to tell you, I was down on George.
Whoa!
Reverb seems to be slightly altered as well. I would assume that the original game had a standard reverb setup with initial impact tails and some other reflections if you hit materials, but the newer games to be using more of a detailed reverb, probably because more CPU power and memory allows it. Much more likely a convolution reverb setup.
Keep your head down.
I better cut this video in 2, else it gets too long. Thanks for watching this video about game audio in The Last of Us 2 on the PS5. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, then please hit the like button. And if you want to know more about game audio, then why not subscribe to the channel? If you want to support this channel, then head over to patreon.com/Cujo Sound, where you for as little as $1 a month can help me sustain this channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you again in one of my other game audio related videos. Till next time, ta-ta.